obviously a great win for you guys tonight, but if you could kind of start with Saturday night and just when the news came down, your reaction, and just how you've been able to kind of manage your emotions over the last several days.
Saturday night. Well, my emotions all over the place. Obviously, we had just come off a big win, huge win in the Garden. I was out. I mean, yeah, you got something for it. I was out with my family at dinner and got the news. And first time I heard it, I thought it was for sure fake. I thought it was a hoax. People messing around, whatever. But then when AD called me, AD FaceTimed me, and I talked to him for quite a while. And even when I got off the phone with him, it still didn't seem real, and it still pretty much didn't seem real until saw Luka today, and then I saw a clip of AD at the Dallas shooting. That's when it finally hit me like, oh shit, this is real.
I think the one thing we've always said about you is I feel like you've seen and heard it all.
Yeah, I ain't never seen this. I have. I've seen it all up until this one. I've never been a part of one transaction like that. That was different.
Obviously, as a leader and with such expectations, even for yourself in this franchise, how were you able to then just kind of regroup for yourself and for this team tonight?
There's a job at hand still. At the end of the day, I got to make sure that these guys are ready to go. We're a damn good Clippers team, super well coached, great players. And we wanted to end this road trip off the right way. Going 5-1 on a 6-game road trip is very challenging, and then to end it having to come, from New York, 6-hour flight a couple days ago to come here and win this game was a big time for us.
You and AD clicked immediately on the court and seemingly off the court.
Mm-hmm.
Just how do you sum up the partnership you guys have had?
Great. It's great. It's everything and more. Literally became brothers over the last 5.5 years. We was able to accomplish on the floor, obviously that goes without saying, but more importantly, what we was able to accomplish off the floor, just us growing together, knowing each other's families, seeing each other grow, seeing each other's kids grow. It's pretty unique. I was at his wedding when he got married. It was special for sure.
What do you kind of view your role, the best way you can help Luka get assimilated with the Lakers?
Whatever he needs.
LeBron, through the last few days, we've heard everyone from Steph Curry to Anthony Edwards and on and on and on just express so much shock. The 25-year-old generational talent who's been a 5-time consecutive All-NBA player, led his team to the finals last year, could get traded like this. How are you on that scale of shock?
Something I haven't seen before, obviously, but it was shocking when I heard the news. But at the end of the day, I understand the business of basketball. But I didn't make the decision, so. But it was just, shocking in the sense of who was involved, obviously. With Luka and AD. I don't know. I don't have much more to say for it.
Well, you guys have 22 seasons, and obviously seen a lot go down. AD obviously was not only a teammate, but you won a championship with him, and a very close friend off the court as well. Can you reveal just sort of what went down during that FaceTime interview in that moment?
I mean, that's not AD. I don't want to. He called me in confidentiality, and if AD wants to, talk about that moment, but it was definitely a weird, uncomfortable truth moment for us. Just knowing that he was going to be gone, that was very, very difficult, very challenging. And I could see how in shock he was, obviously, and probably seen it from my face as well. So
you're at a stage in your career. You're 40, I'm sorry. You're 40 on Earth.
Yeah.
You're 22 in this thing, where you know that there's going to have to be a next at some point for a place that you play.
Mm-hmm.
To have this opportunity to bridge with Luka, how energizing is that? I'm sure there's a lot of complicated feelings right now in all of this, but are you energized by it?
Yeah, it's kind of hard right now to kind of digest what what it's going to look like on the floor. obviously two selfless competitors. Love seeing the success of our teammates. Luka's been my favorite player in the NBA for a while now. I think you guys know that. And I've always just tried to play the game the right way and inspire, the next generation. And Luka happens to be one of them, and now we're teammates. So it'll be a very seamless transition.
LeBron, I understand that you and Luka are generational talents. What do you think it will take for this partnership to be really productive as best as can be?
Whatever we want it to be. It won't take long. I can play with anybody. I think he can as well. So we'll work well together.
Last
Talking
two.
about what comes next, and obviously Luka being a part of it. Is there any part of you that's kind of concerned that, already there was some debate around this team, right, about how much of your future do you sacrifice to kind of go all in and kind of maximize your window? Any concerns that because you brought in a young star, that some of these priorities kind of might shift more towards the future rather than the present?
What's wrong with that? If I had concerns, I would have waived my no trade clause and got up out of here.
And this
So you still feel like, you said earlier this year, right, you still envision yourself finishing your career here? Or is that still the case?
Listen, I'm here right now. I'm committed to the Lakers organization. I'm here to help Luka and Maxey make the transition as smooth as possible. Smooth been here before, so he already know we won a championship with him in 2020, so I ain't worried about him. But as the leader of the team, as one of the captains of the team, it's my job to make it as seamless as possible. So.
Brian,
Last
with
question.
you being a leader, one thing I've always noticed, you being able to control and dictate the pace of the game. When did that start happening for you, being able to control and dictate? Because a lot of superstars can't do that.
Yeah, being able to see plays before they happen, never being too sped up, not letting the defense speed you up, but also just, I guess I was taught the game the right way from my little league coaches all the way into, my AAU coaches to my high school coaches. They just taught me to play the game the right way and being able to, telling you you're not a leader unless you can inspire the guys around you, you can put guys in the right spot, and you can calm the noise when everything else seems just too much. So I've been blessed to be able to play the game and be coached by the right guys and kind of see things before it happens sometimes.
Thanks, LJ.